everybody, welcome to Amigos Plays Populous. So, Aaron, how did you do with this game?
What's the opposite of awesome? Honestly, I'm not good. This is not my bag, not my type of game, and I remember trying to get into this when it came out back in the day, and I've got no game. I've got no game. So I'm depending on you to show me the ropes.
No such world, huh? Star game. What are we doing here? Well, we're off to the races. This did not happen last time I tried to play this game. I really have no idea how to get out of this. World to conquer. Well, the name of the thing is that. Okay, perfect. So, here we are. And the idea is, it's actually a lot simpler than it appears. If you lower the land in such a way around these houses that it makes it flat,
right, and then they'll give her more room to build.
Right, the houses will automatically get bigger.
Okay, that part I understand.
So your leader is that guy with the Ankh.
All right, I thought it was Ankh. Is it Ankh?
It's probably Ankh. I'm so used to reading it in Terry Pratchett novels that I just... Okay.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. I haven't played this and researched it all week. But, I mean, if in essence, you flatten all your land, your villagers build as much as they can.
Right.
They reproduce. They make more villagers. You gather your army. And you go over and beat the snot out of the other guy.
That's correct.
And then you move to the next level.
So
there's nothing else to it, really.
There's nothing else to it. Now
that explains why, because I kept waiting for the... I mean, you obviously get powers and whatnot. I mean, I got bored. There's also that. So...
See, I don't understand how you could get bored. I really like that. It's soothing to me to like terraform. I've always loved it.
See, some people are like that with like Minecraft.
Yeah, right? It's the same sort of deal. You're right. If that's not your bag, then I understand.
After playing Silkworm and Sviv, those twitchy, jumpy games from last week, this was an incredible change of pace.
Oh yeah,
that's unbelievable to me. Although this was a huge game.
Yeah,
I remember when it came out. You're gonna laugh because this is so sad, but I remember this screen and the book open there, you know, and I thought to myself, "Holy moly! Look at these graphics in this. That looks just like a real book, and this is amazing." And when the land falls in like it does, I was just so impressed with that. And at the time. I was a little more into the whole building stuff process, but I mean, and I would like a lot of people love like Sim City and stuff. Saying I don't have the patience for it, maybe, you know. And same thing with the Sims. Like I played that obsessively for like a day, and then I realized like this is as hard as like I mean I was worried about like I was like trying to get my guy to go to work and stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, this guy's gonna work and clean the house. I need to be doing that.
Yeah, I think it is just... It just depends on... Oh, shoot. I just destroyed that house.
Oh, I do that all the time.
What I thought was kind of neat is that you can't... let's see. We need to make that go away. It's a little bit difficult when you get down to the... like 1 or 2 levels higher or lower to see exactly if you're on the right level. And that's really the key, is like getting, because like these things will start to go very rapidly now. In fact, okay, I was like, why is that not even bigger? Oops. Sorry about that. Your people are very accommodating.
I do like destroying things. That part of it, I find.
Yeah, in which it reminds me. Looks like we're so. Do you know about this thing?
I think.
Okay.
Go through it. I think I know what all the buttons do.
So, well, what this is this is kind of like your prayer meter. So, the more your people are praying for you,
the more power you
have.
It's like earthquake and volcano.
And so we're not quite up to being able to do anything yet. I seem to just be failing it.
It's funny. It's sad. I never knew. I never thought about that being a prayer meter. I just thought eventually that stuff activated like in Worms after X amount of turns.
But yeah, that's kind of the lore behind it.
Did you ever play? As far as these games go, the one that was my favorite, the only one I really got into to any degree, was a game that Molyneux did called Dungeon Keeper.
I never played that. I watched the Kim Justice video and she was talking about it, but I never played it.
Now, it was billed as this awesome thing. And when...
Most Molyneux games are.
Yeah. Boy, you ain't kidding. And so, in my mind, I was like, oh, this is going to be sort of a Dungeons & Dragons type of affair, where I'll set up a dungeon and my people can get on the internet or on the network and play through my dungeon.
Right.
And
it was not that
didn't work that way. It was fun to smack around your geeks, your little minions. I did enjoy that. But still, that was a pretty neat game. I played that one somewhat. The funny thing is that the game that they did after this one, Power Monger, I own.
I've actually got Power Monger too. I've got the Korean version.
Really?
It's the only Korean Sega Mega Drive game. Actually, it's the Samsung Mega Drive in Korea. I might pull that out for the pre-show.
Do you have it? You have one, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you have a Mega Drive. Eh?
No, I've got the game.
Oh, the game.
I did have, which I sold, which I sort of regret, a Hyundai Super Nintendo. So back in the 90s, it used to be illegal to sell Japanese products in Korea. Korea and Japan have they have a history.
Yeah.
And so what happened was some enterprising fellow said, hey, we can just put a Hyundai thing on this and pay a license fee to Nintendo. And so there was the Samsung Sega and the Hyundai Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
Have they have they mended these bridges?
Oh yeah,
at this point now?
After the 16-bit systems, the rest of them were kind of normal. So what we're going to do, let's see, we've got enough to do an earthquake. So let's go down to the bad guys over here. Let's wreck it up. I think maybe we've already lost our ability to wreck it up. Yeah, it's not letting me do it.
There's something else about this that irritated me. I understand the limitations, but you have very little real estate on the screen. You're endlessly scrolling.
Yeah, and you can only terraform land within the side of your people.
Right.
Which makes sense from the strategic point of view of the game, but...
Have you ever played a multiplayer game of this?
No.
I can see where it would be more fun. We don't have the capacity to do it yet. But one of these times when we have two of these things hooked up, we should give it a whirl.
Yeah, that would be cool. It would be like Civilization, playing two-player Civilization.
That's a game I got into, and despite the fact that it's slow.
Yeah, it's definitely slow.
But I played it much, much more.
Yeah, I love Civ.
Another game I played a lot more was Sim Earth.
Really?
I'm the only person I think I played Sim Earth and Sim Ant.
Yeah, Sim Earth was a little bit too deep for me. I got it for the Super Nintendo, which was probably a mistake, and I rented it, so it had no manual.
Oh, gosh.
I feel like we're making progress now.
Yeah.
You've
done a lot of flattening, but well done.
Yep. And now let's go over here. This guy. Ha-ha!
What, are you just going to hassle him?
Well,
you didn't do anything.
What am I doing wrong? Why can I not? I want to do that thing to that guy. Can I put him in the water? Or can I flood? Oh, okay. So I get a certain number of clicks. Unfortunately, I did the opposite of what I wanted to do. I gave them more land to build on.
Nice work.
Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, let's go back to my peeps here. But this is, I mean, it's much less of a game than I thought it was. but it doesn't make it any less cool. Like, I still think it's kind of neat, just kind of raising and lowering the land. Not having direct control over your players was something that was very new in the world of computers at this time too. There was little computer people, which didn't really make a very big splash, even though it was, you know, incredibly expensive to make. But apart from that, there weren't really any games that, I guess it was SimCity already out by now?
I believe so.
So maybe that was one of the first ones.
But really in that, you're not really controlling your people as much as you are controlling their environment.
Right.
In this, you're pretty much sort of doing both.
Yeah.
I mean, they say that this is billed as the first God game, and I'll say yeah. You know, I can see that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, definitely. Let's see. Okay, we're almost up to where we can do a volcano, which is pretty cool. So.
Just has 500 levels.
No. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And the Amiga version, as far as I could tell, had two expansions. And one of the expansions was on a cover disc.
Look at that guy. Is that my knight? I guess so. Can I turn somebody else into a knight?
You turn that guy into a mountain. Oh,
yeah. I'm wrecking my world here.
You're like a very drunk mound builder.
Did you ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Long ago. And watch the series.
In one of the books, I can't remember which one, he meets one of the guys that that terraformed the Earth. And he asked him what he was most proud of. And he's like, the fjords, man. It's all about the fjords.
I remember when I was going to school, there were certain things you had to read, right? You had to read Lord of the Rings. You had to read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And you had to read the Illuminatus trilogy.
Oh, man, my people are being invaded. This castle's been taken over by bad guys. What's going on here?
You're losing.
Yeah, that's...
Time for your volcano.
Yep. Hold on, guys. I'm going to make a volcano. Maybe. All right, yeah. Yeah, this is not good. I think I probably should have been making more knights somehow. Maybe you just have to click. Maybe you don't actually click on the guy. That might be... Oh, I see here. That is what we want. And then if we go here, and we go back up here, and we say, you beat... No. Never mind.
You eat dirt.
Yeah. Okay. Things are going bad. The enemy's at the doorstep. Come on, guys. Convert yourselves into knights. Somehow. This is the part of this game that I miss, is actually how to do that. I thought you just clicked on guys, but that's just terraforming. Alright, I think we've got this game well in hand. It's a short path to victory, so we'll call it now.
Flatten your land and lose horribly. Nice strategy, Boat.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time,
Adios.
Adios.